Okay guys, a little bit of a different video today. I'm going to be talking about and giving you tips on the top 5 things that you need to be doing in order to build an impressive physique naturally, guys. Yes, that's naturally. No PEDs, no performance enhancing drugs. If you've not followed this channel before, I'm a natural bodybuilder. I've been training 15 years now. So I want to share some tips that may help some younger sort of guys that are just getting into the gym, that are thinking about maybe going down that steroid route. Just giving them another option here, guys, that in my opinion is a much better, healthier option and better way of life, right? So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you are surrounding yourself with the right information / people. What I mean by this, guys, is it could be people in person, people that you're training with, maybe your training partners at the gym, or the people you're talking to at the gym or at work, sort of talking around about the fitness space. Make sure that they're knowledgeable people. Make sure that they've been there and done it themselves naturally. Yeah, try and sieve out, we can always learn something from everyone, guys. It's not going to be like we have to take everything that someone's telling us and agree with everything they're saying, but definitely look up to some people, take inspiration from them. Like I said, if they've got a bigger, more impressive physique than yourself, definitely they've got something that you haven't, right? And you can definitely learn from them, take them and apply it to your own training. If it's not in person, then you can obviously, whatever, you've got access to the internet, social media, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. You need to make sure you're very vigilant and assessing what type of information that you're taking in. Do your research on the person itself, your background on that person, see how many years they've been training, to see if they're natural. Maybe they're lying that they're natural, maybe they're open and honest about it, and then you can listen to the information that they're providing. And again, don't take my word for it, don't take their word for it, just listen to what they're saying, follow the information that they're giving out, and yeah, take out the good, take the good from it, and then discard the bad, because no one's perfect, right? So yeah, that's my first tip. Okay, my second tip is make sure you are focusing on the diet and nutrition side of things. So this was definitely a mistake that I made early on, guys. I just wanted to gain weight. I was a very small person, very small guy. Back in the day, I was one of the smallest kids in my school. And then when I started in the gym when I was 17, I just wanted to grow, build size. I wasn't too cared about the aesthetic look or seeing my abs or getting lean. I just wanted to get as big as possible and as strong as possible in the gym. And I literally spent around 8 to 10 years doing so. However, everyone that I spoke to in the gym and asked them, what's the secrets? How are you in shape? How you got more muscle? How are you leaner? Yes, most of them were on steroids, so that's part of the reason. But what they all said to me, which was a common trend at the time, and it still is now today, focus on the diet and nutrition. And I used to discard it, guys. I used to say, oh, it doesn't matter. No, I don't believe in that. Maybe because I was enjoying eating loads of food, high calories and high body fat, and I didn't want to venture down that low calorie route. However, when I really started focusing on my nutrition and dialing in how much protein, how much carbs, how much fats I was eating per day, seeing what was going into my body, seeing how it was affecting my body in a good way, changing my recovery, changing my physique, changing my energy levels. All these factors, guys, help you level up, not just physically, but also mentally. Because the brain needs the right foods. If you're eating shit, you're probably going to feel like shit, right? And vice versa. So make sure that you're focusing on the nutrition and the diet side of things, guys. Okay, my third tip is going to be make sure that you're training hard in the gym. But not only hard, you need to be training smart as well, guys. So there's a lot of camps nowadays in the fitness industry where you got the camp on the other side, the optimal camp, where they're saying you need to make sure your form's 100% perfect. And then you got the guys on the other side, which are saying, don't worry about being optimal, just lift as heavy as possible, throw the weight around, and you're going to grow from it. My opinion, like most things in life, guys, there's a balance to this. You need to make sure, first off, that certain exercises, you're focusing on that mind-muscle connection, and then certain other exercises, there's a little bit of a wiggle room there where we're just trying to train intensely enough and move some heavy load And the form doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be bad. I'm not advocating for bad form here, guys, but we're talking about perfect form 100%. And then we're saying, okay, if the reps look a little bit sloppy towards the end of the set and they go to like 90% good form, is that going to affect us? I actually think it's going to benefit us, guys, because that's what we call training hard, training intensely. And that is what's going to push your body to failure, to true failure, which is gonna put stimulus on the body, stimulus on the muscle, and force it to grow. If you're focusing on all these nuanced movements like the lat cable, single arm pull down, yeah, that's an amazing movement. I use that myself, guys, but you need to do the heavy barbell rows as well. So like my opinion would be do both. Lift and move that heavy weight where you're not thinking about too much other than moving that weight from A to B. But the majority of your training, I would say, make sure that you're maximizing that energy in a good way with good form. So I would actually say, if I had to put a number on it, 80% of your training needs to be mind muscle connection, making sure you're hitting the target muscle groups and not any others taking over. And then there's a little bit of 20%, depending on the certain exercise, where you can have a bit of flexibility, guys, but make sure you still stay safe and we don't want any injuries. And yet still try to keep relatively good control throughout the exercise and the reps and the sets. Fourth tip is going to be, do not compare yourself to others. So give you a little bit of a background into my own journey. The first 4 years of training, I built my home gym. I was training from my bedroom, and this was good and bad. The bad side was I didn't have as much equipment to access. The good side was I had no people around me, guys. There was no one I was not scared about doing movements, trying new things out. I wasn't thinking, what are they thinking about me, or watching, or even seeing bigger physiques and feeling bad about myself. It was just looking in the mirror, myself, the weights, comparing myself from last week and then the next week and the next month and so on. It was just about looking at my physique. Can I improve on my physique? And that set a good foundation, guys, where I just kept, and even I still have today. And I was looking online, obviously taking information in from other people, applying, finding out, learning about exercises and then applying it to myself. But I wasn't looking at this guy and like, I want his physique. I was like, yeah, he has more muscle, great, I want more muscle on my frame, but I don't want his physique. Because the other thing, guys, like, it's all based on genetics. Every single individual, every single person has different bone structure, different muscle insertion points, different muscle bellies. Like, no matter how long you train or how hard you train, you're not going to be able to emulate someone else's physique, guys. So why would you try? The best thing to do, in my opinion, is you can, take inspiration from other guys. Like, wow, he's 90 kg shredded, for example. I want to get 90 kg shredded, but you shouldn't say, I want to copy his physique. I want his abs. I want his shoulders. No, you want your shoulders, but bigger, more muscle, more defined, more definition, and so on. And my fifth and final tip, guys, is going to be time. You need to give it time, especially as a natural. This is the long game, guys. You're not going to build a crazy physique in a year, 2 years, or even maybe 3 years. So what do? Oh, it's going to take me 10 years to build a physique. I'm not going to start. No. You take the small wins, guys. So you take photos, progress pictures in a year. You look back a year later, and you compare the results. You've made progress, great, and be happy with it. Want more progress? Yes. Always strive for more. But look at where you started, and then look how far you've come from there. And appreciate, guys, what you have. Like, to build an impressive physique naturally is very, very difficult. It's easy to go on steroids. It's easy to take the shortcut. When you've put the work in and you know that you've done it all yourself with not the assistance of drugs, and your health is still intact, it's going to give you that sense of pride, which the guys on steroids are never going to have, guys. You're going to have that pride. You're going to have like, wow, I did it the long way, the hard way, but it's going to be more rewarding that way, guys. You're going to really appreciate. And also, you don't lose the muscle. When you're on gear, on steroids, half the muscle you build, or a quarter of it, you're probably going to lose once you come off the steroids, and you're going to have to come off at some point. Whereas naturally, everything you earn, everything you build, everything you gain, you're going to get to keep it forever, for life, guys. And that's an amazing thing. You're basically investing in yourself for the long term and the long process. My opinion, just learn to enjoy the training, learn to enjoy the process. Don't think too much about the outcome. Have a vision of where you want the physique to look in the future and keep that in your mind, but don't be disheartened if you're quite far away from it at this point, because one day, if you keep putting in the work, guys, over many months or even years, you're going to look back at progress photos and you're going to be impressed with yourself and proud of yourself that you stuck to the plan, you put that consistent work in over a long period of time, and you got the results, guys. Sorry, guys. Typical in Dubai, the sun has been making my phone overheat, so I just cut that last clip out because my phone overheated, but the sun's gone now past the building. So yeah, as I was saying, one day, guys, you might get someone saying that you're on steroids, not believing that you're natural. And in my opinion, that is the best compliment anyone that has built a natural physique can get. Some guys, they don't like that when they get called out. In my opinion, them guys are probably not natural if they're getting pissed off when someone says they're not natural. All the natural bodybuilders and guys that I know of, once they get someone call them out, steroid accusations, it's the best feeling ever, because it just shows that that yeah, you've built a physique that is impressive. If people are saying that you look natural, then it's not as impressive, right? It's like, well, I don't want to look natural. I want to look impressive. I want to look like as if someone thinks I'm on gear. That's the goal when you're a natural bodybuilder, guys. So yeah, learn to enjoy the process, because it's going to be a long game. It's going to take time. Just focus on the small wins. What can you do? Can you get 1% better every single day? Yes, you can. And yeah, you're going to look back in years to come and think, wow, look at where I come, look at where I started and where I'm at now. That being said, guys, a little bit of a different video today. If you've liked this video, drop a like. Follow for more videos coming soon, and drop a comment below, guys, if there's anything you want me to cover, anything else you want me to talk about, whether it's natural bodybuilding, building a natural physique, diet, nutrition. I am an online coach. If you're interested in any of my coaching services, just click on the links below in the description, and yeah, you can book a free consultation call with myself, and we can map out and go over your goals and how I can help you. That being said, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.